Hi, this is Ryan with my Creative Work 3 assignment, code display. Um, so the code or the game it was just like a shrinking shapes game where the shapes start shrinking faster and faster, and you gotta click inside the shape before it closes all the way without missing without missing 3 clicks or without it shrinking all the way down. If you miss 3 clicks, it freezes and the game ends. Or if it shrinks all the way down to nothing, it goes away and you lose. And let's see. So in the code, I've got let's see, here's my listeners right here. I've got a mouse listener, an action listener. Nothing really too special in the regular panel. Here's where my timer is that takes care of shrinking. And here's where I render my shapes for it. I went ahead and just stuck with the array list, even though I was only doing one at a time. I was going to do several shapes at a time on the screen that were shrinking after a certain amount of time in the game, but I kept getting errors that kept saying that it was like, oh, what did it say? I don't know. It was like trying to do too many things at once, was what it seemed like. It seemed like it just wouldn't let you do it. It also might have been the way that I was going about shrinking everything too, because here is my event listener, and where is it? Okay, yeah. So if it's the timer going off to shrink the shapes, it comes over here, and if the shape is an instance of a circle, then we're going to do this. And if the shape is an instance of a square, then we're going to do this. And so what it does is it gets from shape the x and the y value, and then it gets the value that I call the z value, which is either the radius for the circle or the length and or width of the square. And it just continuously changes their values right there exactly to what they need to be to make it look like a perfectly smooth shrinking. So this is the mouse event listener. So whenever you click on the canvas, it checks to see whether or not you clicked inside of the shape. And then it increases your missed clicks. And then here's where it ends the game if there are more than 3. Then of course up here, if the shape is too tiny, then the game stops because it shrunk all the way and the game is over. Let's see, over in shapes, we have our, this is just the main class for the different shapes, and here's the circles. And of course here's our square, which is basically the same thing as a rectangle, but the square is just kind of like how the circle has the radius is used for both like the length and width. Well, so is the one side that gets sent over for the square. It gets sent over for both sides and used. Oh, I think that's about it.